Hello. It's the one and only Guy Johnny, also known as Coach Johnny, and you are here at 5D Transformations. And for this video, I just wanted to touch on something that I think is very important for people to know, especially those that are aware of narcissism, narcissistic tendencies, and kind of some of the things that you deal with when it comes to dealing with narcissists. There's still a flip side to that, and what I want you to understand is narcissists, there's certain things that they do right that allow them to succeed in the competitive world. You know, that allows them to have power in the world of competition, in the corporate world, the corporate ladder, positionally within a system. You know, narcissists tend to have no problem making money. They tend to not really have problems when it comes to their occupations. It's not really their issue. And the reason why is because of a few things I want to touch on. And then on the flip side, there are a lot of things that empaths do incorrectly when we speak of the context of competition, the corporate world, the corporate ladder, success, achievement, you know, winning. And for some people that are empaths, they'll say, look, I don't even care about that stuff. You know, I care about the true depth of someone's personality. I care about connection. I care about understanding. I care about getting to know one another. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we have to also understand that we live in a dualistic world where you have one side, which is our personality, our feelings, our integrity, our values. But then on another scale, we have a world of survival. And one tends to get compromised for the other. I noticed that empaths tend to be such giving people. They tend to be people that pick up on a lot. They tend to be people that will hold their tongue and not say the first thing that comes to their mind because that might offend somebody. You know, they're the types of people that think outside of themselves because they understand, how would I feel if this were to happen? Well, let the next person, let me keep them into account as well. Or keep their feelings, acknowledged as well. And that, unfortunately, is a mistake in the game of competition and in the game of survival and in the game of winning and competing. And here's what I mean. Imagine if two sports teams are playing and let's say it's a tie game with 10 seconds left on the clock. And let's say the person's running for the layup and you're running after them about to block their shot. And you think to yourself, wait, this would be a great moment for this person. I don't want to be the one that ruins their moment. And you kind of slow down and that person goes on to make the layup and win. You know, on one holier than thou level, you're beyond caring, right? But think about how many people you let down. And that's what I want to flip for the empath. You have a whole team of people that are depending on you. And if you self-sacrifice all the time, you don't just let yourself down, because to you it's, oh, this is a battle I might lose, but I'll live to win tomorrow's battle. I don't care. But guess who does care? You know, maybe it's the kid in the audience that wanted to see his big brother or sister, succeed. Maybe it's the people that dedicate their time to train you every day that want to see you perform at your best level, Maybe it's the person that made the layup. Maybe that gave them an unrealistic view of reality. And because of that, they think they're better than they really are because they weren't challenged. And then they go into the next game and they might have went a little bit faster or made a different kind of layup because of you, giving your all when it comes to succeeding. They get to say, okay, when I do get in that situation again, I'm going to do it this way. So they get to learn from you being your best self. But if you put your foot off the gas just to make everyone else comfortable, as a result, you don't make them better, and you end up hurting not only yourself, but your team that needs you, And that's something that I really want you to think about, And so when we look at the narcissist, what we notice is they value themselves first. But the reason why they succeed in the corporate world or why they succeed in a lot of cases when it comes to winning people over, is because no matter how much of an a-hole or a negative person they may be, they put themselves first, which means if you're on their team, they're going to do everything in their power to win for them. So as a result, the people around them win. And here's what I mean. You might have a corporate boss or a corporate manager, because I don't like to call anybody a boss because nobody's my boss. And I'm not anybody's boss. We all co-create, we co-work together. But there's people who have management, different things. So let's say you have somebody that's managing a wider scope of things than you within an environment or within a social structure. And they treat everyone below them like trash. And they're like, hey, do this, do that, do that. You know, I've seen these guys so many times in the world, so many times. And they always are succeeding. They always have some management position. And they always get to the top because they don't care about making everybody happy. So he treats everyone at the bottom like trash. He's making everybody work their butt off. He's not paying them a lot. He's trying to keep everything down. But guess what? To the people who are above him, he acts like the perfect guy. He understands that these people have the power. They say, we need you to do this. He says, oh, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make sure I do it. And I don't care who below me is mad about it, because I only care about what they think at the top, because that affects my check. So he pushes everyone forward, and it creates a more profitable environment because people are having to slave. But it's not the most, it's not the best environment for their spirit, for their soul, for their mind, right? And what I just described was the corporate world that runs America, that runs the world. This is how it works, because when it comes to management, it's all about numbers. When it comes to corporate, it's all about numbers. When it comes to success, it's all about numbers. Just like that basketball game. No matter how nice you are, no matter how friendly you are, no matter how self-sacrificing you are, if the score is 110 to 109, and you're the team with the 109 points, you lost. And if you keep losing like that, you're gonna get cut off from the next level. And that guy that keeps winning is gonna move up to the next level. And if you don't believe me, all you gotta do is look at a guy like Michael Jordan and watch his documentaries and watch what people say about him. People say he was an a-hole. People say he always has to win. People say he's narcissistic. Some people say that. He's obsessed. He doesn't care that much about people. He wasn't the most friendliest. He wasn't the nicest. But when it comes down to it, he is considered the greatest and he is respected. And what I want through this video is to let the empaths know it's time for them to put some respect on your name. Like a very popular rapper said one time. Baby, he said that one time. He said, man, you got to put some respect on my name. And I understand what he's saying. Because that's how, you know, I'm an empath. But you got to put some respect on my name. Period. You know, this isn't coming from a place of ego. This is coming from a place of wisdom. Because I don't care whether you're an empath or a narcissist. When you're dealing with me, you got to make sure to realize, like, you're not going to have a field day over here. You know, I'll be friendly. I'll be nice. I'll pick up on the environment of the room. But if I'm disrespected, if I'm being pushed around, you know, if I got to meet a certain metric or a certain number, I'm not going to let some dude just beat me because he has to feed his family. I don't care about all that. Because if I did care about all that, it would work against me. And it would cut off my ability to have power and influence. And what I'm noticing is we need more empaths in higher positions societally to help make the world better. There's too many narcissists that have control in high positions because they value success and growing on a status level more than the empaths. And the empaths are all like in the bottom tier levels of work, in the mid tier levels of work, having to answer to people. We're always being relegated to social work and helping people, and you know, but you never hear it's like, oh, be a corporate person, be a business person, be that. Now, I'm not saying that's not the healthiest environment to be in, and I'm not pushing that. But what I'm saying is, in what areas in life can you be more competitive? And if you are in that environment, which the reality is a lot of you watching me are, okay? Because most people work corporate jobs, period. So I could tell you, create your own company, be entrepreneur, but that's not for everybody. So if you are in that environment, do you want more? I want you to want more. I want you to get sick of the sickness, tired of people moving past you, people prioritizing themselves and you self-sacrificing. You prioritize yourself. You don't have to go out of your way for nobody. That's a choice. People need to earn that. They don't just get that. And see, when you begin to operate from this perspective, the narcissists in your life are going to show up and they're going to test to see, is this real? Like, or is this person bendable? And once they know you're not bendable, once they know, like I'm not on your time, once they know that you can beat them at their own game. You see, even though you're an empath for a lot of you, there's a power in being an empath. You just need the right information. And that's what I'm going to talk about in the product that I'm going to be dropping on my website coming out. It's going to be the first one, dealing with narcissism and how to master it and look at it from the 5D in a way that nobody's explained. And I want you to understand that you're going to begin to notice the power that empaths have that allow them to step on whatever agendas narcissists have. You just got to know your power. That's the problem. The empaths don't know their power yet. So this video was just a message for you to give you a little bit of information as we get ready to launch that series. But beyond that, there's gems in here for you to just use in your life. I want to hear your feedback. You know, what are some of the times you remember being looked over, you know, being stepped on, being chosen second instead of first, being chosen seventh instead of first because of the empathic tendencies of being self-sacrificing? You know, when did you back down in moments where you should have stood up to the cause? Don't run away from those moments. Let those moments feed on you. Let those moments get you so agitated to where you're like, I can't do this anymore. You have to get sick of the sickness if anything's going to change. And that's period. So with that being said, I thank you for listening. It's the one and only 5D Transformations. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's very big. If you're watching this on IG, make sure to like. Make sure to join the YouTube. You know, we have a Patreon. You know, make sure to join the Patreon. You know, you can always donate to me at AjohnnyIrish at PayPal. And I'm sorry, AjohnnyIrish at yahoo.com on PayPal. And aside from that, I appreciate you listening, and we will talk soon. Peace.